Some people may wonder how a diamond is created. It's the intense pressure of a rock that made it. And if you found one, you'd be so happy you found it, for it carries more value than all the stones that surround it. So if intense pressure is the state you find your life is in, you're simply in the process of becoming a diamond. It's been so inspiring to watch various people take this stage and share their stories of challenge. You know, when you go to a movie, you don't expect that movie to be great right through. Usually it's awesome in the beginning. People are just living their best life. And then something happens in the middle of the movie. Everything falls apart. Now, if you walk out of the movie because you didn't like what you were feeling in the middle of the movie, that would be your impression of that movie that you would carry. If you walk out of your dreams and walk out of the life that you're living as to what's possible for you, it's the same as walking out of that movie. Because a good movie tends to write itself in the end. It tends to become special because of what the characters had gone through. So I call this the adversity advantage. Philip, it was so awesome seeing you share your story of what life was like in your youth. Now, you could have carried that story for the rest of your life. But as soon as you got on the stage, we saw a man full of energy, a vibrant man, a man who believed in himself. He inspired everybody through your story, through you not quitting. You could have taken that and lived that for the rest of your life, but you did not. Courtney, how amazing it was to watch you. From the moment I walked in yesterday morning, I did not know you. I said, that woman's got this light, bright light, not knowing what you've been through. But you took your adversity and you made it your advantage. And that is also my story. And all of us have that story. If you live a long life, you're going to have challenges. This is the way life is. This is a planet of duality. It's the opposite of everything. Now, I was raised in a very high control religion. Now, not to poop on anybody's religion, if anyone's here, but I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. Oh, we got a lot to talk about, huh? Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Well, it's a very high control religion. It tells you what you can do, what you cannot do, how to think. It really controls the people you're around. And a lot of times you make decisions, big life decisions, way too young. I got married to somebody I really wasn't compatible with, and my life was a complete lie. But I was very successful in that lie. That was the problem. We built a really nice business. My wife and myself had 2 kids. I had 19 people of the faith that worked for me. And as I got older, I'm like, this is not who I am. I'm a complete sham. This is not who I am. How do I get out of this? I worked so hard to build this business for 20 years. How do I get out of this? You see, when you're in that faith, all your associates are of the faith. I had the same friends since I was 5 years old. I got married at 400 people at my wedding. How do I walk away from this community and keep a semblance of myself? And the divide got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I came to become a complete fraud of a person. I lived a double life because somewhere the real me's got to come out somewhere. And then I walked away from that life. I did. It cost me everything. It cost my marriage. It cost my business. It cost my relationship with my family. I probably talked to my mom 5 times the last 5 years she was alive. I've not talked to my son in 5 years. I have a granddaughter I never met. Now, when you hear the word betrayal, the first thing you think about is betrayal of a partner, betrayal of a marriage mate. That's what you feel like betrayal is. But the biggest betrayal you can ever impose upon anyone is the betrayal of yourself. Never betray yourself. You will live this entire lifetime and fail to give the gifts that you were supposed to give in your existence here. One thing you will never ask yourself at the end of your life is, did I make everybody else happy with the life I lived? Your job is to live in alliance, to live in alignment with the true you. Listen to the words of this poem. It goes like this. Raised in beliefs that were never mine, a detachment from my true self showed over time. A lie I lived for so very long, never understanding my truth about what's right and wrong. Like a chameleon, I changed my colors at will, so the people I love would love me back still. But is it true love if it's taken away because something called truth is not seen the same way? See, we all have the power to use our own minds and seek the understanding that we all wish to find. This journey is mine. It belongs to no other, no brother, no sister, no father, no mother. See, I was created unique and like no one else, but my God-given talents were then put on the shelf. But now it's time to break free from these chains and shatter the bondages inside of my brain. Now I'm finally free. I can soar to the sky, for I was created in the image of the one who's most high. Live your truth. You see, you cannot truly believe in yourself if your life is not truly in alignment, because you'll be worried too much about making other people happy while you're betraying yourself. And there's no authenticity in living that way. You must live in your truth, and you must trust that at the end of the movie, it all comes back. I trust at the end of the movie, my kids are right there. I trust if I live in alignment, one day my kids will say, that's my dad on that stage. That's my dad on that video. That's my dad who wrote that book. Sometimes you must be a trailblazer in your life. You're the one that steps out first. But never, ever betray yourself, or will you never believe in yourself the right way? Because it's all about belief and believing in yourself. Who has had problems here with truly believing in themselves to their core? My brother, come up here. This is for you. If you knock, it shall be open. And if you ask, you shall receive. Now, what you need to find deep in your heart is faith and to believe. You see, having doubt is just like poison. It spreads death to all your dreams. But you having faith is the expectation the things you see will come to be. Now, never let anyone around you tell you what you can do, for they can't comprehend, nor can they understand a dream God gave to you. Now, the word fear stands for false expectation, appearing to be real, but fear will dissipate. If you have faith, you'll find the strength that you can feel. Now, you've heard this said before, that there's nothing you can't do. Learn to let that sink deep in your soul and know this to be true. That if you believe down to your core, there is nothing that you can't achieve. And it all begins, listen close, my friend, with a dream that you believe. It's all about belief. It's all about the story you tell yourself about yourself. It's not about the story other people gave you. How many of us live a story that's not our truth? That mom gave us, that dad gave us, that someone around us gave us, that society gave us, the labels we buy into. We see that all in society today, where people want to be this wing or that wing or whatever. They stop thinking for themselves. They miss their gifts entirely. Your obligation during your lifespan is to live in your authenticity. You were born on a certain date, then there's a dash. We are in that dash. We do not control how long that dash is, but we can control how impactful that dash is, because one day there will be another date at the end of that dash. It's how you live that dash. And you're not living it to make other people happy. We all have gifts and talents that were given to us specifically. Now, ma'am, you raised your hand. In closing, I want you to come up. We were talking outside, and she was saying how she is now giving voice to her dreams. How at this point in her life, she's making it happen. I said, it's never too late. And I share this with you. There's a gift that dwells inside of you, bestowed by the universe. Your purpose lives within your heart, for it is given to you at birth. Your worth is not in question, but sometimes doubt won't let you see the greatness that resides inside of you. It's your belief that sets it free. Now, this gift is not for you. Your gift is for us all. So consider it as selfishness if you don't heed your call. This life that we are blessed to live is not merely to exist. It's time to change your point of view, to take time to ponder this. Now imagine yourself old and it's your life that's in review. Will you be filled with regret of the things you did not do? Or will you have an empty feeling as you sit and stare, knowing that you will leave this earth with your gift you failed to share? So live to leave your legacy, and always remember this: she is one of a kind, and that you were born to shine, and your purpose is your gift. That's right. Thank you.